At Jitterbit, you achieved 120% and 30% year over year lead generation improvements. Now, listen, this is what everyone's asking for, especially tech companies, right? Like, give me more leads. We need more prospects. We need more, more, more. But most founders think if the product is good, the leads will come early on, at least I've found. So, what's actually the positioning or narrative that drives pipeline? Nothing to do with the product itself. Like, what's the positioning or narrative that drives these things?
Yeah, so I think, obviously a great product is very, very important. Obviously, you go in and, you hope that it's going to solve problems. But I think a key hand-in-hand piece of this is relatability, especially in B2B SaaS. People are not only, looking to buy products, they're looking to buy a relationship and support and hand-holding. And so, the only way to get there is really, again, be a good storyteller, really do the research, and be able to relate to people's fundamental problems that they have on a day-to-day basis, and be able to offer a narrative that explains how you're going to solve them, and offer a narrative that explains how you're going to be there for them post-sale, and understand the challenges that they have in the future. And I think that is a key item. And you can have a product that is the most wonderful product in the world, and at the end of the day, if it's not something that people can relate to, and they don't feel confident not only in the product but in the seller, then it obviously becomes a problem. And let me give you an example. So you mentioned Jitterbit. So they're in the integration space. And integration is very, very complex. You're bringing two systems, two plus systems together, linking data, and trying to make good decisions based on that data. And so it's a complicated process. And so as a marketer at Jitterbit, one of the things I was keenly aware of is it can't be just a, focus on the sales. Here's how we're going to, let you enable yourself and, buy the software and, we're off. It has to be is made that organizations plug Jitterbit in. They understand that, that support is there. They understand that this Jitterbit solution is designed to specifically solve a problem I have. I can't bring my HR software and my finance software together, so I can't, get a full understanding of how I'm paying people on time and at the right level. And so it's a complicated process. There's always new processes. So I need to, as a buyer, I want to make sure that Jitterbit or any other organization understands the pressure that I have of putting these things together, understands that, that what they're selling me is going to solve that, and what and how they're going to be around to support me in the future, and allay with my future plans. And it helps me as the customer, and it helps Jitterbit, it helps the seller, the vendor, because it leads to future purchases, it leads to confidence, it leads to helpful testimonials in marketing, it leads to many different benefits. So good product, awesome, but key is to make sure you're articulating in a way that customers can relate to.